Hello crafty friends. Today I wanted to do a very short review of the Sepctrum Noir markers. I know they've been out for a long time, and I was thinking about introducing them to a class I'm going to be doing at my local church, and to do very simple coloring, because we're going to be doing stamping 101, and I wanted to show them how to stamp and do very simple coloring. So I wanted to get these markers for them to practice. So I went to Michael's and I bought this, I'm sorry, Joann's. I bought this set, which is the reds. It's 6 colors, and you have different shades so that you can blend the colors. And also I bought the blues to start with. I may get some green so that if we have to color flowers, then at least we have green and red, and maybe the purples. So I am a Copic marker user, so I know I'm gonna be very biased on my liking them. Sorry about that. These markers are quite big. So I am going to pick 3 colors to start with, and they have this numeration, which I am not familiar with at all, but at least I know that they say that the lower the number, the lighter the color, so that gives me an idea. So here I would use DR1, DR5, and where's the other one? DR7 looks pretty dark, so we'll see how that works. So first, let's start with the lightest. Let's test it out. I had already stamped this a while ago, and we'll just start with this basic shape. It will make it easier. So the nib is different. It's a little stiff, so you don't really have, compared to the Copic marker, which is like a brush tip. So it does lay out the color very nicely, so it will be perfect for the class that I'm wanting to do. So that's that. Maybe I should make this a little bigger. Yeah, it's a little bigger there. So then I'm going to go to the next one, which is DR5, and I am going to, it's going to be darker, so it's not that much of a difference. I don't know if you can tell. It's a very small difference in color, but you can see this one is a little lighter, this one's a little darker. Now this one I was practicing yesterday. This one is very dark, and it doesn't blend very well because it is so dark. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of my blocks that I have. You can do tip to tip, which means you can touch both tips and it kind of creates a medium color so you can blend. But I am going to put some color here. You can see that. And I'm going to pick it up with this one, which is the second darkest, and that will allow me to blend, hopefully, this. Well, that looks so pretty on there. So I picked up some of that darker color, and I don't know if you can tell the difference. Can you tell the difference there? It's a little darker, and as I move out, I'm gonna pick more color. As I move out, the color is gonna get lighter and lighter, because then the color will be coming off the tip the more I color it. So I pull the color out, or they call it feathering out, but it's just kind of pulling the color out, and it's a little easier to blend those two. And I'm going to show you what I'm saying. See how dark that is? I'm going to try it on this one. See, it's super dark. It's beautiful, but it's way too dark. So if I try to color it with this one to kind of pull the color out, see, that doesn't do anything at all. It doesn't do anything. No blending whatsoever. But if I do this technique where I pick up some of that darker color from here, then that's a little better. But then I have to have started like this to make it work. So let me do that again the other way. I'm going to start with the super darker one here, and I'm going to lay it out here. Put plenty of that. Oops. Then I'm going to go with the other one, I did that with the dark one, DR7, and I'm on DR5. You know, there's only 2 number difference. It shouldn't be that dark, but it is what it is. So I'm picking up some of that dark color with this one, and I'm gonna do that here. Oops. That's a little tricky. I mean, the color is beautiful. See how when I pull out, it gets a little lighter, and it's a little darker here. So I guess it takes a little practice picking up this color. Or you can also do this. You could do the tip-to-tip technique, which is, these markers are so thick. You can touch the other tip, the 2 tips, and then you pick up some color. And then you can go ahead and color as well. And then as I pull out, the color gets a little lighter, and I hope you can see that. And this will be beautiful if we're stamping flowers or even balloons, just shapes. It will be so pretty if we use these markers. Copic markers are more expensive, so that's where I'm suggesting the Sepctrum Noirs are a little better in price. This is the lightest, which actually is not super light, but you can tell the difference. But see how this one and the other one blends a little better, only because, and then you work in a circular motion to blend them real nice. And that is beautiful. It covers very nicely though. I mean, you can see how pretty that is, but it takes a little work. So again, that's how you use these markers, and the blue ones will be basically the same thing. The other 2 colors are, let's try the other colors if you will indulge me for a little longer. This is CR8, CR10, and then CR11. Let's see how those 2 look. I think I have another stamp here somewhere with balloons. Let me get it. Where did I put that other? Just a moment. While I get that other stamp. Now, where did I put those other balloons? I thought I was only going to need 1, but I guess I need another set of balloons. Never mind that. I can't find the other set of balloons. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try it from this end here. And we're going to try the lightest, which will be CR8. Then we're going to go to CR10 and then to CR11. Let's see. So we're going to start with this one. Let's see, that's another pretty red. Let's see, these reds are different, so you can see. You can probably blend them if you try, but let's try it this way. That one. Then I'm going to CR10. This looks orange, but when you color it, it's not orange. It's different. See? And actually, this one looks lighter than CR8. This is a higher number, but it's lighter. So let's do this one again, CR8, which is definitely darker than CR10, which is lighter. That's weird, it's supposed to be darker, but, and then the last one, which is CR11. Let's see how this one does. Oh, this one is darker. Just by a hair. It's not super dark. So these colors are very similar. Just playing around with this one. See, oops, picked up something on my marker. Just playing around with this one and see how it does. You could even use this one. So I really like this reds. You can see the two different reds here. They're so pretty. And you can actually work with that one as well. This one is just more of a burgundy red, and this one is more of a red. So this is the difference on how this is how this markers work. Pretty much, I'm not an expert at Sepctrum Noir's blending, but it's basically the same technique as the Copic markers, which are the ones that I use. And just to show you what they look like, these are the Copic markers compared to the Sepctrum Noirs, which are much bigger. And this have a different type of, it's like a brush nib, so it's a lot easier to control. The other nib was more stiff. Well, this is my first video on the Sepctrum Noirs. I hope that you have learned a little bit from it, and if you have any questions, please post